Dan from Showbie here. Have you ever found yourself wishing you had a way to save a great explanation from your whiteboard? Or that you could have recorded a stellar bit of instruction? Or maybe you're just tired of constantly switching between apps mid-lesson to model a concept. Well, great news. I'm super excited to introduce you to the Creative Canvas, an awesome new tool that's really going to change the way you teach with Showbie. Available on both iOS and on the web, Canvas is a new, flexible, creative workspace for live instruction and modeling built right into Showbie. With Canvas, you can easily create an interactive digital whiteboard that you can bring to life with images, diagrams, digital ink, text, shapes, URLs, and more to deeply engage students in a concept. Way more than just a digital scratchpad, Canvas introduces a better way to engage your learners in and out of class. Built-in screen recording means you can capture everything from a quick explanation in the moment to an entire lesson's worth of modeling, empowering you to extend the impact of your instruction and your students to rewind the teacher with video clips from each lesson. No more facing the whiteboard all day, no more bouncing between apps, and no more wiping away great teaching at the end of class. Canvas lets you consolidate your workflow, bringing teaching and learning together in a single, expandable, creative workspace for you and your students. In this video, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the new Canvas and show you how you can put some of the new features to work today to support your learners. So, let's get into it. To add a Canvas, simply head over to an assignment, and you'll note Canvas is built right into the assignment workflow. So from that materials menu, simply tap on the Canvas option to add a blank workspace to your assignment. This is quick and easy if you simply want to model an equation or work through an idea in the moment. You can add one on the fly. Now, just like any other document you share, when you create a Canvas, a version is automatically created for each of your students in a format they can annotate. So your students will be able to view and mark up their own version of that Canvas once you add it to the assignment workspace. Of course, if you're preparing a lesson in advance, you can simply tailor the assignment settings to hide the whole activity until you're ready to share it with learners. Like other materials, you can manage student visibility of an individual Canvas by selecting teacher-only distribution, keeping it hidden while you prep. Now, you can also tailor the distribution of a Canvas to support adaptive teaching for specific learners in your class by selecting the sharing settings. Maybe you want to provide some extra instruction to a specific learner or a group of students with specific needs. No problem. Simply make that Canvas visible only to that student or students. Opening up the Canvas, you've got an expandable blank space to work with. The more you zoom in, the more room you've got. And zooming way in, the Canvas reveals a familiar grid to help you lay out your items in an organized manner. First things first, let's talk about this toolbar because Canvas introduces some slick annotation and editing improvements. First up, the pen and highlighter tools. To help you make the most of Canvas, we've given both a needed boost with a wider range of formatting options, thickness, color presets, and more, so you can get really precise in how you and your students draw, diagram, annotate, and mark up a Canvas. In that toolbar, you've also got a handy undo button for quick actions, and an improved eraser allowing you to pick thickness to precisely erase ink on your Canvas. Next up, shapes and lines. Tapping on the shape item in the toolbar gives you a ton of flexibility to pick from a variety of shapes, lines, and arrows, all of which can be formatted for color, thickness, line styles to match your creative needs, and all of which can be resized and dragged around that canvas to wherever you need them. The shape and line options are going to be great for diagramming, adding frames for student responses, creating an interactive workspace for students, mind mapping, or connecting concepts visually. You've also got access to improved text formatting tools, allowing you to choose from a variety of standard fonts, formats, sizes, alignment, and colors, so you can, for example, clearly identify headers, organize ideas, or just make it easier for students to submit longer form responses on a Canvas. The next feature I want to talk about is images on Canvas, and this one is really exciting. You can easily upload images directly onto your Canvas from your camera or from your photo library, allowing you to create really visually engaging lessons and activities that inspire student creativity. This feature is also a great way to take advantage of the built-in camera on iPad if your students are doing more hands-on learning or practical work in class and you want to capture that work. You can upload multiple images onto the canvas, and images can be resized and moved around to create a natural flow of material or to demonstrate the progression of a concept across multiple lessons. So you can keep all your related teaching and learning in a single workspace, capturing both images of your instruction as well as images of how students are getting along with a lesson. That's the main toolbar, but there are a couple other helpful features you're going to want to know about. The dotted box here in the top right of this menu is a multi-select tool, allowing you to select multiple objects on the whiteboard to group, move around, copy, or delete. Beside that, you've got annotation layers, just as you do on other documents shared in an assignment, allowing you to view your contributions as well as student contributions. On the far end of that menu, you've got an annotation history, so you can see exactly when and what students have added to their Canvas, giving you a record of student engagement with work. Saving the best for last, you can also screen record a lesson or explanation shared on a Canvas. To get started, simply tap on the record icon in that menu. You'll have the option to choose to record the screen only, or choose picture-in-picture recording with the camera and microphone, allowing you to connect more deeply with learners. Once you've done your explanation or your lesson, video recordings save directly to your assignment workspace in teacher-only mode, allowing you to share it with learners as an added resource when you're ready, or tailor access for certain students who may have missed that lesson or need extra support. Bonus, if parent access has been enabled, families will also be able to access that recorded instruction. Another game-changing part of Canvas is live annotations. Your students can follow along in real time with each pen stroke as you model an equation, explain a concept, or mark up the canvas. This is great if you want students to layer their own notes on top of a lesson, or you want students to actively participate in a we do portion of a lesson. For example, marking up an activity box on their own version. As the teacher, you can also view individual student interactions, notes, and annotations on each student's version of a Canvas as they happen, giving you live insights into student participation in the moment it matters most, and insights as students move to the you do portion of a lesson. So that's Canvas, a flexible, expandable, and creative workspace enabling you to really bring instruction to life with the rich materials you need to engage your learners. We're really excited to see and hear how you put this new feature to work to support live instruction, guided learning, and student engagement in class. If you have any questions about using the Canvas, don't hesitate to reach out to our team, and we'd be happy to help. Thanks so much. Until the next time.